What's up, fish heads? Welcome to another Fish Head live stream. We just got things set up here at Ocklawackney Bay. We're going to be fishing with some shrimp, some freshwater catfish bait as an experiment, and we're going to be throwing the chatterbait for the one bait challenge video that we've been making. But this should be pretty exciting. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in, guys. Do it. Hit the like button. But this should be amazing. We're going to catch some fish, hopefully, and have a great video for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get these baited up. These shrimp are still pretty frozen. So I'm just going to try to break one in half, put it on each hook for right now, get those casted out. Then we'll go to the experimental baits here shortly. But let me go ahead and get them baited up. We'll get them casted out. Some solid frozen shrimp still covered with ice. I'm going to leave this out of the cooler for right now. Just bought some bait shrimp at Crumbs on the way down here. The other experimental bait that I want to try today, which we have never tried in saltwater, is going to be the chicken breast soaked in chicken liver and catfish attractant. I don't know if it'll work here, but we're going to just try it because I had a bag that I needed to use. So we're going to use it and see if it works. All right, we're fishing. The water is super calm today too. Should be a really nice day. I found a spot right here. There's some trees right above us. It's really sunny and hot out there, but behind the shade here, it's not too bad. A little hot, but we can live with it. Stuart in the house. Dougie Doug in the house. Appreciate you guys joining us. Almost forgot to turn live chat on. No toilet brushes today, Stuart. But I still have an idea of how to make a perfect lure out of a toilet brush. FSR in the house. Got a nice stingray this morning. It got too hot. I know the feeling. Real-time catfishing. Appreciate you joining us. Thomas Lewis in the house. Appreciate you guys all for coming in. Hopefully we're going to have an exciting day here. I am also filming for the one bait challenge. So we're going to let these rods soak, do some fun experiments with a couple different baits here. But I also brought the chatterbait rod to throw. And I got some shrimp trailers to put on the chatterbait. So this should be interesting. Maybe we'll catch a saltwater fish. I don't know if anybody else has done it yet. Grampy Fishhead, hey Dad, appreciate you coming in. The bait that's on right now is shrimp. The shrimp were frozen, so I just took them out of the cooler first. We've also got the catfish bait that we normally use in freshwater, and fish bites, and the chatterbait rod. So going to be changing it up here a little bit for the next few hours. We're just going to be fishing, hanging out, and catching fish, hopefully. No bites yet, though. But it shouldn't take long. Scott Smith in the house. Appreciate you joining us. Shouldn't take long for something to find those shrimp. And then we'll start doing some experimental bait stuff here. It is pretty much low tide right now, so we'll be able to fish the incoming tide the whole time we're here, pretty much. It might go out like that much more, but I'm pretty sure we're right at about low tide. So after a while, I'll have to pull my rod holders, bring them up further towards us here, and stick them back in. The tide here, if you're measuring it from the high tide mark, which is like right here, to the low tide mark, which is right there, doesn't come up and down that much. Maybe a foot. Unless there's like a big storm or a hurricane or something like that. I've actually seen this entire bay empty, sucked all the water out right before a hurricane, and then came back in like 10 feet higher. FSR, it goes out for like 20 yards and then it drops down a little bit, but then there's some oyster bars like just past where we can cast. So right now we're like fishing a trough that's in between the sand here and the oyster bars that are out here. Seems like the trout and the redfish kind of just like travel along this little channel here. There's a boat ramp right behind us over here. So it gets deeper over this way. But this whole bay is not very deep. And there's some spots where it's probably like 25 feet. That's about it. I don't have anything over the speaker right now for the wind, but if it gets bad, let me know. I'll put the thing over the speaker and then we won't have wind sound. Hey Jerry, I brought the chatterbait with us. We're going to be using the chatterbait here with a gulp shrimp trailer. I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try it. Jerry, Jamaican Shore Fishing, appreciate you coming in. Hope everything's okay down there after the hurricane. I've been watching your updates there a little bit. I didn't really see an update after what the storm hit, except for the one thing you posted. But I saw everything before that, and I was just praying for you guys because it's got to be scary just getting slammed. It's happened to me a couple times. I know it's not a good feeling. We are the chatterbait. I'll show you guys what I brought to use as a trailer on the chatterbait. Tuber Chat in the house. Appreciate you guys coming in. Kevin. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Do it. Do it. I'm going to grab those trailer baits that I got while we're waiting for a minute. And I'll show you what we brought. I actually just picked them up at the bait shop where I got the shrimp for these. Be right back. So far, we've only caught 3 bass on the chatterbait in 2 different trips. The long form video about the one bait challenge should be coming out early this week. If you guys want to check out the stuff that we didn't do while we were live, we're going to have all the different fish we caught on the chatterbait in that video. But I haven't seen anybody go saltwater fishing with the thing yet. I can't say it's my favorite bait for bass, not even close. But it's been fun. But today we're gonna put some white and chartreuse colored gulp shrimp as the trailer on the chatterbait. These are usually good for trout. So we have a white and chartreuse chatterbait we'll pair this with, and then hopefully we can catch some sea trout on these things. Yeah, it's not super windy. There is a bit of a breeze, which makes it bearable. No breeze, it's like 99 degrees out here. Yeah, Stuart, I'll make a video about the toilet brush lure. I got an idea. It's gonna be like a marlin and sailfish type of lure, which we don't have the boat to go do, but I'm still gonna make the lure. Had a fun idea about it. Father and son in the house, appreciate you coming in. Hope everything's good down there. I know you guys just got pounded by that hurricane. It's missing us completely, heading to the west. Whenever that happens, we get like perfect, calm, beautiful weather. Doesn't always happen though. We must be at slack tide right now because I casted 2 shrimp baits out there already and they've just been sitting now for 10 minutes. Right now, with as calm as it is, I'm only using a 3/4 ounce weight, and they're not moving. If it does start moving or the tide gets stronger, I'll beef up. I got everything up to like 3 ounces with me here. I don't ever use 3 ounces here, but if I have to, we can. Probably go up to a 1 or a 2 if it starts to get real active, but I don't think it will. Last time I came here, it was super calm. A secret surprise. Awesome. I got the 3/4 ounce egg weight, but if we go up, we're doing pyramid weights. Jerry, the crew is Dylan and Lucas are at their grandparents' house up here in Crawfordville, who I'm picking up on the way home from here. Mama Fishhead and Zach are still at the house, just kind of taking it easy. And we got Grampy Fishhead in the house with us today. My dad. Appreciate you coming in, Dad. Yep, I actually use this same rig for like carp fishing in the lakes because the water's really not moving much in the lake. But I casted them out, set them, let them sit. They're not moving, so we're gonna stick with that. I always try to use like the least amount of weight that I can use so that I can feel the fish better and it's easier to fight them. But we have enough weight if we need it. We can upgrade our level of weight if we have to. We'll get this going here in just a few minutes. For right now, I'm just kind of solo flowing right now. Yes, Jerry. Sometimes I get to fish by myself, every once in a while. Yeah, got a little break from the diapers and the feeding. Mama Fishhead does most of the diapers. She's awesome about it. If you're in here, babe, say hi to everybody. Lucas and Dylan, if you're in here just watching. It's kind of like a Carolina rig, but I put a barrel swivel with a weight. It's got a weight at the top, a bead, then a barrel swivel, then a leader, then a 4/0 circle hook. It's kind of similar. But I think it's slack tide right now, so we may have to just hang out for like 20 minutes until the fish start biting again. It's definitely not bad here under the sun, under the shade. Florida, Georgia, Floribama. We're pretty close to all of them. I'm gonna go just turn the reels like 3 times, make sure the line's tight. Sometimes that just like triggers them and then they bite it. It did trigger them a little bit, but they didn't take it down. Something definitely tapped it a little bit. As soon as I picked up the rod, it was gone. Yes, I would love for it to be a trout day. We could definitely catch some stingrays. That happens here quite often. Mama fish head got a stingray barb through her foot, like not even a mile from here. But yeah, I'm thinking as soon as the tide starts moving, should be a good active day out here, and then I'll start throwing the chatterbait with one of these on it. I got the GoPro set up right here next to the phone. Real time, we're in Florida, North Florida right now. Most of our fishing is in North Florida. We do catfish, carp, bluegill, bass, and then whenever we come to saltwater, whatever we can catch in the saltwater. Hey Bob, appreciate you coming in. Always in a state of confusion for sure. That's pretty much just comes with having a fishing channel. People watch a fishing video and they're like, oh man, this guy's awesome. But sometimes you go out fishing for like 5 days before you can make a video. I'll tell you guys, honestly, the one bait challenge with the chatterbait has been an epic struggle with the rain, not catching fish. If I don't catch anything good on it today, it's pretty much just going to be like a middle of the road video. Yeah, Bob, appreciate you coming in, man. We still need a little bit more watch time. Every bit helps, guys. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button. Wonder why that one rod just went bing, bing, stayed down for like a second, came back up, and then nothing happened. Yes, it is. I know. I can tell when I watch a fishing video if they've just like edited 4 days worth of fishing into it. I always show a little bit of the not catching too, just so people know I'm trying to be honest about it. But sometimes you have no choice. You're editing like a 15-minute video out of like 8 hours worth of footage. So you don't want to use like 4 hours of you standing there looking at a fishing rod. I wouldn't watch that video. Live streams are fun though, even when you're doing that, because you can be interacting with people while you're doing it. But if you're just standing there with like a GoPro on your head and you're not catching any fish, how many casts do the people really want to watch before they see something get caught? The tide is starting to come in now. I can tell it's a little higher up. The bottoms of the rod holders are now in the water. So a few more minutes, I'll just pull everything back a little bit. I'll bring them back probably like 6 or 8 feet, and then we probably won't have to mess with it again. It'll probably be a good time to check those shrimp too. But yeah, just out here relaxing, solo. There's positives and negatives to being solo. Negatives is you got to carry everything by yourself. Positives is you can relax and not have to worry about like, what are the kids doing over here in the water? So it's kind of like a hit or miss thing for me, guys, fishing by myself versus fishing with the family. It's more fun fishing with the family, but you're not fishing quite as hard, I feel like, or you're not paying quite as much attention to the fishing as you could when you're by yourself. I don't know, hit or miss, guys. If I can go fishing, I'm happy no matter who's with me. All right, I think I'm gonna go get the chatterbait set up. Actually, no, I'm going to pull the rods back and then do the chatterbait. Be right back. There's a huge school of shrimp swimming by right over here. Like hundreds and hundreds of shrimp are moving through right now. So we're definitely using the right bait. Couldn't have got those rods too much more crooked if I tried. All right, I think it's experimental bait time. We'll put one shrimp on, one chicken chunk on, and then I'll start throwing the chatterbait and we'll see what happens. So far since we've been here, no bites on the shrimp. Well, had one little tap, but nothing's taking them down yet. So I'm gonna get a chunk of that chicken and a half a shrimp and bait these up, cast them back out, and then we'll do the chatterbait thing here. Chatterbait's gonna be weird, guys. I've never tried fishing a chatterbait in salt water before. Could be epic, who knows? For those of you that watch a lot of our live streams, you'll know this bait right here. It's chicken breast that's been soaking in chicken liver and its juice mixed with some catfish attractant. It's been soaking for like 24 hours now. And I just found a small little shrimp in the bag, so I'm just going to put a whole shrimp on one, the catfish bait on the other one, and we'll see if this bait actually works here. Never tried it before, so we'll find out. I got a video of this giant shrimp school swimming by. This is crazy. Why did we not bring the cast net? We could load up on shrimp for weeks right here. I can't over exaggerate how many shrimp are in the water right here, guys. Thousands and thousands. If I had my cast net, I could fill up probably a 5-gallon bucket in like 30 seconds. 5 gallons is the limit here in Florida for shrimp. I could load the cast net up in 2 throws right now. That is crazy. It's a never-ending stream of shrimp just coming down this way. It's incredible. Dylan would be going crazy right now. He loves shrimping, cast netting of any kind, really. He would be in heaven right now. There's so many shrimp right out here. Like 10 feet from the shore. Not even that far. You could wade out to like knee deep and just scoop them up with a net. This fall, when they're really big and fat, we're planning on making some shrimp videos, shrimping over here on the other side of the bay. Because this is actually a really good spot for shrimp. This time of year, it's still a bit early, but I'm seeing some in there that are like this, guys. A lot of them, like half of them, are like 5 inches long. But like October, late September, October, and early November is when everybody comes here to go shrimping. They put their white poles in there. They put their cat food and stuff at the bottom of the pole, and then they just throw cast nets at it. We'll be doing a video like that here in a few months, guys. All about shrimping. So we'll probably come out here and not see a single shrimp, where I can be here today and probably catch my limit in like seconds. Anyways, back to the fishing. The rod on the right is the chicken. The rod on the left is the shrimp. So now we'll do a little comparison and see which bait does better here. The tide has come up a few inches, so it's moving again. We'll be fishing the incoming tide pretty much the whole time. Got 9 awesome people in here. Appreciate you guys for joining us. My chat is frozen. Stephen Merchant in the house. Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, Dylan would love shrimping right here. The only fish harmed during a fish head live stream is one that we're gonna eat. Hey Ray, appreciate you joining us. But man, I would eat some shrimp for sure. Great video idea. Catch and cook shrimp on the beach. If it's like this, that would be an easy video to make. And then we can dig our little hole in the sand, put our little camp grill down in there, and just boil up the shrimp with some like potatoes, sausage, maybe get a bag of crawfish to throw in there. Gotta always put like a whole onion in there. Dylan's not here with us today. Just me, by myself. All by myself. Yep, little Old Bay. What I usually do is put some Old Bay and then add a little bit of cayenne to it. And I always throw a little extra salt and peppercorns in there because I like it a little spicy and a little bit more flavorful. But the Old Bay by itself is great. No worries. Yeah, Dylan and Lucas are with the grandparents. If you guys are in right now, I know they're busy. They've been doing crazy stuff all weekend. But if you're in right now, say hi, buddies. Say hi. I don't know what my kids are doing. There was a tiny tap on the left rod. Ooh, dodgy food. Probably wouldn't want to do a shrimp catch and cook on the beach then. But yeah, if I had my cast net right now, I could just easily throw that in there, catch a ton of shrimp, cook them right now. We could be eating in like 20 minutes. Yes. Hit that like button, guys. Yeah, Dylan would be going crazy right now. I'm gonna go look and see if they're still going by. You could fill your freezer for the year in like a couple minutes right now, guys. It's incredible how many shrimp there are. Oh yeah, 17 likes already. 12 awesome people in here. Just met Ray. Is it Ray or Rhea? Just met her a couple days ago in a live stream. Appreciate you coming in for sure. And everybody else for coming in. If I'm mispronouncing your name, tell me so I don't keep doing it. Oh yeah, something's tapping on the right rod, guys. The chicken chunk. I don't know what happened. I did just have a thought while I was over there though. Crabs love chicken. So throwing a chicken chunk out there might just be asking for too many crab bites. Thomas Lewis, we're going for sea trout, redfish, or possibly accidental catfish or stingrays or whatever we catch, but trout and redfish are what we're mainly here to get. Speckled sea trout and red drum. Ooh, Bob added a new pet again. I know all about that. Oh, a little baby turtle. Nice. We have two, we don't have any water turtles right now, but we have two African spur thigh tortoises and one Florida box turtle. No water turtles right now though. We had water turtles before. Yeah, we had a yellow-bellied slider. The red ears are really cool too. I've actually never had turtle soup, Stuart. Someday I gotta try turtle soup and find out what it's like. Did you make a video about it and I missed it? This weekend's been super hectic, guys. I actually was supposed to be going live fishing at a new lake yesterday, As soon as I got all ready to go, huge storm hit. I tried to wait it out, but it lasted way too long. It was starting to get dark. So I was just like, yeah, we're not going to do it today, I guess. It's the Lucky Seminoles hat. This hat's gone through a lot. You can ask Stuart all about it. Hey, Loma. Appreciate you coming in, Loma. All right, see you, Bob. We'll be out here for a while. You got turtle soup, Dad? It was good? Oh, man, I have to try it someday. I've never tried it. Yes, Loma, you do have the hurricane coming. It's sparing us this time and coming your way, which probably means the next one will spare you guys and come over here. Seems like that happens a lot around the Gulf. It like takes turns going right or left, right or left. We're pretty much like right up at the top. So if it does go right or left, we're generally okay. But if it's that one that just goes straight up through the middle, we get blasted. Definitely saw some crazy stuff from our Jamaican friends from the hurricane during and right before. And then I think they lost power and internet and everything. So I haven't really seen much. I saw Jerry post that he was working on a video, but I haven't seen it yet. But I did see some pictures like on the news. Looks like a lot of damage. How bad was it, Jerry? Ange in the house. Appreciate you joining us. Glad to have you in here. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to our channel. Can't even say subscribe properly. But we're out here doing some saltwater fishing today. I've got freshwater catfish bait. Normally what I would use for freshwater on the right rod. So we're trying a little experiment. Oh, wasp, wasp. Get away from me, wasp. Some white thing floating in the water right out there. Maybe like one of those styrofoam cooler covers or something. Yeah, it definitely could be crabs, Dad. I didn't think to bring the crab traps. We have 4 totally legal crab traps with license now. I just didn't bring them. If we get one more, we'll be maxed out at 5 because 5 is the most you can do as a recreational crabbing fisherman. In this state, anyway. Other states have different limits. I think in South Carolina you can only have like 2. But here you can have 5 traps if you want. Yes, welcome in Angie and everybody else. Appreciate you guys as always for joining us. Gorgeous day out here too. It's like just enough of little bits of clouds to keep it less than 100 degrees. And we have a little slight breeze that's blowing this way. I think we got some wake. I think this is boat wake. It's not wind waves. I would have thought at least like a sail cat or a hardhead cat would eat that chicken pretty fast. All right, I think I'm gonna get started with chatterbait, guys. And we have a boat, but we don't put the boat in saltwater. We do all of our freshwater fishing. Well, not all of it, but a lot of our freshwater fishing out of our boat. The saltwater boat that we have is sitting next to our garage and needs a lot of work. So we're not doing any saltwater boat fishing yet, but as soon as that boat gets finished or I decide to give up on it and buy a saltwater boat, we like to surf fish. Fish on the beach or at the bay or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna reel them in and try a little bit different. Pork shoulder steaks with Chinese marinade. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Yes. Jerry, we are all glad you're okay. I always hear people say like, all right, we'll see you later. I always see people saying like, oh, I don't want to move to Florida because of the hurricanes. But at least if you're in Florida, you can drive and get away from the hurricane. If you're in Jamaica, there's no place to go. You're just stuck there and you got to wait till the hurricane goes by. I guess you could like catch a flight out if you know early enough. Yeah, pork steaks are always good. I bought a whole pork shoulder roast Boston butt that we were gonna do today, but I decided to go fishing instead. So that shoulder is gonna have to wait till maybe next weekend. Do they call the pork shoulder roast a Boston butt in Scotland, or is that a US thing? You're up at Lake Erie. Oh, wow. Nice. We will eventually head north to try the Great Lakes. I want to catch some walleye and trout and all that stuff. So eventually here, maybe not this year, but soon, we've been on a mission to catch some trout and have not caught any trout yet. Taurus TV in the house. Appreciate you. Got some new people coming in from the Philippines. Woo! Oh yeah. Yeah, there's always work to be done on the boats. Fortunately, our freshwater boat is still really new. So all I've been doing is like trying to just make sure stuff doesn't happen to it. Nothing's happening yet. I've heard walleye are delicious to eat. They're up there with like trout, rainbow trout, salmon. What do you think, Ange? Is trout or walleye better to eat? I'm gonna have to go with trout. I've only had walleye in a restaurant though. I've never made it myself. Sometimes when I cook stuff at home, it's better than what I could get at a restaurant. It's like that for steaks, for sure. We tried to go to Chili's to get steaks, just me and Mama Fishhead on Friday night. We went out for a little dinner date night, and it was the worst steak. It was cooked way over well done when it came out to us. We ordered medium rare. It was, oh, she says, walleye. Ange gives the vote to walleye. They're a little softer. Nice. Can't go wrong with broccoli and cheese sauce. But anyway, guys, this steak came out like so overcooked. It was like black on the outside and just straight white and dry like beef jerky on the inside. And I told the waitress, our server, I told her, and I was like, hey, these steaks are just like way overcooked. And she's like, oh yeah, definitely, let me take them back. So she comes back a few minutes later with a new set of steaks that are also well done. And the manager comes out, and I was like, dude, these are like totally dried out, way overcooked. We asked for medium rare. And he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. We have timers for all that and stuff. I was like, well, the timer is not set right. So we ended up getting a big discount on our dinner. Still wasn't great. I'd rather pay full price and get a medium rare delicious steak than get a discount and get some shoe leather thing that takes 20 minutes to chew on. All right, guys, I think it's about bait check time. You like your steaks well done, like dried out and chewy? Yeah, not a big shocker from Chili's. I pretty much mainly stick to the chicken fajitas when I go to Chili's, but I was just in the mood for a steak, so I was like, oh, they got ribeye on the menu, let me try it. Stuart, I'm not gonna watch it. If you're cooking steaks well done, I'm not gonna watch, dude. They gotta be medium rare, maybe even under medium rare for me. Well done too. Man, that's so dry and chewy. You got to put like some sauce on there, like A1 steak sauce to moisten it, or some ketchup. Nothing brings out the flavor of some well done steak like some ketchup. I'm joking, guys. I'll eat a steak no matter what, but my personal favorite is medium rare. Yes, the cowbell still ringing works for me. All right, it's bait check time. I'm gonna check them, change them, cast them back out, and then we're gonna get on this chatterbait video. Guys, the chicken is not on the hook anymore. It takes a lot to get that chicken off. So there must be crabs, because I never saw the rod go down or hit real hard or anything. All right, see you later, Ange. Appreciate you coming in. Definitely join us next time. But yeah, we're going to have to throw another piece of chicken on there because I don't know why it's not on the hook. But I'm curious. Yep. I'm gonna put one more piece of chicken on. If this happens again with the chicken, we're just gonna go back to shrimp and fish bites. It's staying really nice and cold in the cooler. So whatever we don't use today, I'll just bring it back home and freeze it, and then we can use it for catfish next time. All right, there's the first fail of the day. I just casted the bait off, but as I was doing it, I remembered that I didn't want to cast this one as far out, so I'm just going to rebait it, gently cast it like 30 yards out and let it be there instead of trying to rip it and lose my bait again. This one has like pieces of liver all over it. It's been soaking real good. Yeah, I'm gonna cast this one a little closer in. Stuart, you love every meat well done. What about like salmon and stuff? You don't want to overcook your salmon. Okay, so we were debaited on both rods. So there's something out there messing with it. We got Scotty in the house. Appreciate you joining us. Oh, you won't eat salmon. Salmon is delicious. Yeah, I like my salmon medium rare too. I'll eat some raw salmon too. Sushi, salmon, tuna, escalar, all delicious raw. Oh no, that's terrible news, Loma. Yeah, pork, I'm definitely overcooking pork. I like my pork like cooked for hours and hours and hours. But like steaks and fish and stuff, I always want to try to get it like right at the right temperature. Maybe a pork chop. It's got to be white all the way through, but I still like it to be a little bit moist. Yeah, definitely cooking through pork. All right, I need another shrimp for that left rod. Also, guys, chicken. You always have to cook chicken all the way through. So pork and chicken, I lied about. I always cook them over just to make sure. But the other ones I like to cook a little under. You got 3,200 watch hours. Sweet. So close. Yeah, I saw your live stream yesterday. You were doing the vertical one. And when I went in there, there was like 40 people in it. So that was pretty sweet. Yeah, Boston butt is great. Duck, I've done medium rare and all the way through. I guess maybe I'm just not a huge duck fan. Oh, Stuart, you guys are missing out with these farm trout and farm salmon. Some of the best fish there is to eat is trout and salmon. I know you hate trout too, but over here, trout's like one of the best things you can get. But yeah, if it's farm cancer stuff, I guess I probably wouldn't like it. Deer sausage. Deer sausage spaghetti is one of my favorite things. You make spaghetti, but instead of putting ground beef in there, put ground venison in it. Unbelievable. So good. Best spaghetti ever. Oh yeah, lots of kids out there. It is the weekend for that. Although my kids are nowhere to be seen. I don't know where my kids are. I'm kidding, guys. My kids are at the grandparents' house, and one of them is with Mama. That school of shrimp is gone now. But when Dylan sees that, he's going to go nuts. He's going to want to come back over here like tomorrow once he finds out there's all that. Oh yeah, lots of good cuts of meat off the deer, the back strap for sure. Yeah, Stuart, I wouldn't eat anything that causes cancer either. I mean, if it was just blatantly cancer causing. But over here, we don't have to worry about that. Unless we do and they don't tell us. But the salmon is delicious. I'm pretty sure any fish that I catch in this bay, unless it's a puffer fish, which we have caught before, but basically anything else in here, we could eat it. and it would probably be pretty good. Even those nasty catfish that we never keep, pretty sure you can clean them up properly and dress them out right, and then they'll still be good. But there's a bunch of fish we haven't tried, like the catfish, the weak fish, a couple other species in here that we've never even tried. But trout and redfish, delicious. I'll take a trout or a redfish sandwich any day of the week. I don't know why they're not biting yet. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, I know some of our salmon is like stocked salmon, and some of it's wild caught salmon. I don't think they just have farms where they like scoop them out with a net and just take them to the store. I think they grow them till they're a certain size, and then they throw them out in the rivers. Then over time they just kind of become natural. FSR, I got something for lunch. I think everyone will approve. I'll show you. This is called the Zero Effort Lunch. A meat stick. It's not the Slim Jim brand though. I'm not a big fan of Slim Jims because they're all full of oil. This is the Jack Link's brand. Man, Stuart is just bashing some salmon. It's one of my favorite fish to eat, man. You're ruining it for me. Small Water Charters in the house. Appreciate you coming in. I watched you bass fishing. That was awesome, man. Definitely enjoy all the bass fishing down there. I think something's tapping the shrimp. Yeah, I eat salmon raw with sushi all the time. Now Stuart's gonna make me think I'm getting cancer. Yes, guys. Hit the like button. Hey, we're already over 20 likes. Too bad Dylan's not here. Every time Dylan's with us, I always say, Dylan wants to get over 20 likes today, and we always get to like 19. Whatever is messing around with that shrimp is not big, or it's not committing, because it is like just barely moving the rod. Oh yeah, Loma, definitely make sure you're all prepared. Oh, there it goes. It's going. No, maybe it's not. Probably just going to be a catfish again. But yeah, make sure you're all prepared and you're staying safe during the hurricane. Oh yeah, I love some saltwater fish too, man. If you ever get a chance to try a fried speckled sea trout sandwich with some tartar sauce and lettuce, like a brioche lightly toasted bun, one of the best fish sandwiches you can get. I'd take that over like a grouper sandwich. Yes, Loma, we'll be praying for you. You'll be safe. Just hunker down. You don't live right on the shore, right, Loma? You live kind of inland. If you live right on the shore, it might be better to like drive to Oklahoma or something. Or like Louisiana. Just get out of there for a little bit until the storm goes by and then go back home. I can't believe with this incoming tide we're not getting a whole bunch of bites. The water's already come up a few feet on the beach since we've been here. Oh yeah, crappie is really good. We love crappie sandwiches, but a speckled sea trout sandwich or a crappie sandwich, I think I'd go speckled sea trout on that one. I don't know that I've ever had a fried bluegill sandwich. Oh, nice. Potato chips. Northeast Texas. Okay. So the rain's going to get you, but probably the wind will have died down already by the time it gets to you. I got movement on both rods, but nothing's taking them down. Oh man, I cooked a catfish over the fire last winter. We did like a camp, a catch and cook. Something's definitely hitting the left rod, guys. I'm gonna have to run to it in a second. They're playing with it, but they just don't want to take it down. But yeah, a few months ago, we did a camp catch and cook where we went to the lake and caught a catfish and cooked the catfish over the fire. All I did was like head it and gut it, and we cooked the whole catfish. The meat was super tender and really good with like minimal seasoning. And the tail got all burned and black over the fire, and I just ate it. It was pretty good. I would say not the greatest, not as good as frying it, but it was definitely a black fire roasted catfish tail. That left rod is just wiggling. Oh, we're about to pull the chatterbait out and see if we can catch a sea trout on it. Yeah, we got spared. The chatterbait video is not going 100% awesome, to be honest. We've gone bass fishing 3 times now, and we have 3 bass on the chatterbait. So I figured to end out the video, I would take it to saltwater and do something crazy. Maybe we'll catch a trout or a redfish here. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the chatterbait either. Yeah, fried tails are delicious. Speaking of the chatterbait, I think I'm gonna go get the rod, which is 10 feet behind us right here, put one of those shrimp trailers on it and start casting it out here. Maybe we'll catch a trout or something as they're swimming by. I'm doing it. Be back in a second. I'm gonna turn the GoPro on now so we can finish the chatterbait video. So if you hear me saying anything twice, it's just because I'm telling you guys and then telling the GoPro over here. But what we're gonna do, since I got this white and chartreuse chatterbait, and that's all we can catch a fish on for this video, I got some white and chartreuse shrimp, gulp scented shrimp. I'm gonna put one of these on here as a trailer, and that should be trout magnet time, not freshwater trout magnet. All right, the time has now come. We're gonna fish this white and chartreuse chatterbait in some salt water here. And what we're doing, we're putting the white and chartreuse shrimp on there as a trailer. Hopefully we can catch a trout, maybe a redfish, or whatever might be swimming by here in the salt water. But this should be interesting, guys. Check this out. That's what I was talking about. I'll edit this part out of that one. And I can download the live stream to my computer and edit parts of this into that video, but the video quality is terrible when I do that. So it goes from like 4K resolution to like 200 resolution when I do the live stream stuff. So I try to only do it like if I forgot to turn the GoPro on or something crazy like that. Let's see what these shrimp smell like. It smells like salty rubber. Outfishes all other bait. So all the other baits should just give up. Why would you buy any other bait when this one says outfishes all other bait? It looks like a cool trailer though. Oh yeah, that actually looks better than any of the bass trailers that I tried on this thing. I got a good feeling. Other than the fact I tried to grab this like a bait caster. Forgot I switched it over to a spinning reel to take to the saltwater. And we're not really catching any fish on the set rod, so I don't know what's going on today, but maybe this will change everything for us. I'm gonna go down here and take a couple casts. There's some little bait fish, like 4 or 5 inchers, that are chasing my chatterbait in while I'm bringing it in. But I'm gonna check the shrimp over there. Yes, Dylan needs to come catch some fish. Yes, this is a one-piece rod. This is the rod I replaced the one that I casted out here a couple weeks ago. Same reel. Got the saltwater reel on this just cheap Walmart rod. It's like 30 bucks for this rod and like $35 for this reel. So nothing super expensive, but it's specifically made to be used in saltwater, and it's supposed to be a waterproof reel. I don't know how that happens, but that's what it says on the package. But I'm pretty sure that we have no shrimp left. So what I'm going to do is put a piece of a fish bite with the shrimp, so that when the shrimp is gone, at least there's still something in there that we could catch a fish on. I feel like every time I cast that out, something taps it a couple times and then the shrimp is gone. So we're just fishing with an empty hook right now. I'm going to bring it in and find out. As I suspected, there's no shrimp on there. So I'm gonna put a new shrimp and a piece of a fish bite. I've got some shrimp flavored fish bites I can put on there with it. So even if they chew off the shrimp, they might still eat it because of the fish bite. Seems like the best option at the moment. All right, so now we can put a chunk of shrimp on and a piece of the fish bites. So at least when this comes off after the crabs or the bait fish or whatever are eating it off the hook, this will still be on there and we might still catch something good. There's also like a bunch of dudes over here, like 30-something-year-old dudes fishing and listening to like slow 90s jams. Kind of interesting. You think I should take off the gulp shrimp? I feel like nothing's gonna bite that thing unless it has a reason to get bit. Yeah, John, this is definitely wide open saltwater fishing. We're not really looking for structure. We're just casting it out there and waiting for something to find it. If I had my boat, I would definitely fish all up under the bridge, but I don't have my boat today. My boat doesn't go in salt water. It'll melt. I'm really not worried about my boat. It's my trailer. I got a galvanized steel trailer with like a black powder coat on it. If I put that thing in the salt water and salt water gets inside of it, it's just gonna rust in like a week. It's been a very long time since we got skunked in salt water, guys. I'm starting to get nervous. A meat stick on the hook, huh? Maybe I'll put a little piece of the meat stick on the other hook. Diana, appreciate you coming in. Thanks for joining us. If you have a second, hit that like button. Something's tapping on the left rod. I really want to wait for a takedown though. If I keep running over there every time I get a little tiny tap and picking the rod up, probably not going to catch one. Last time we were here, like 50 feet to the right down here, we caught a bunch of fish. I actually had the rod go down like at the last second as I was turning the live stream on. I had to go back and watch it because someone commented, "So what'd you catch at the end of the live stream?" I forget who that was. Oh yeah, definitely. We forgot about Diana's wrench. It's not letting me click on her name now. All right, come on, do it. There we go. All right. I think this screen protector I have on my phone is like either too thick or too scratched up. It's really kind of hard to see everything, especially with my glasses on, but I'm looking into the shade, so it's not too bad. But sometimes, like, if me and the sun are at the same level, this takes away all the text on the screen, so I can't even see the chat. but that's not happening today because of the angle we're at here. Yep, all you guys connect, subscribe. We're linking up the worldwide fishing web right now. Something's pulling on the left rod, guys. It looks like it's going down. This is crazy, guys. Nothing's taking them down. Yeah, guys, link up. Link up. Starting to get nervous. We might actually have a saltwater skunk today. We've been going for an hour and 40 minutes. Hour and 40 minutes with no fish in the salt water. If I were in my boat, that would definitely tell me time to move. But when you're all set up here on the beach, it's kind of hard to keep moving. Plus everything up and down here is basically the same. It was either a stingray or a crab. When I kind of like pulled back to pull the circle hook in and started reeling it in, there was a ton of weight on there. And after about, I don't know, 5-10 yards of reeling, the weight just came off. So it could have been a crab just like holding on to it, or maybe a stingray that the hook didn't get set into it. Those are the things that'll kind of just sit with a bait and not pull the rod down with it. If it's a real fish and they grab that bait, they realize they're hooked, that rod bends over. But a stingray will just lay there on the bottom, like nibbling on the food. Even if it gets hooked, it doesn't really swim away yet. Same thing with a crab. They're just down there like chewing on it. All right, back to the chatterbait. Gotta catch something on this chatterbait. Definitely looks like something that a trout or a redfish would grab. Paul Walkie in the house. Everything is good. The boys aren't with me today though. They're at their grandparents' house. I'm going to pick them up afterwards. Yes, the meat stick. I will put a piece of meat stick on the right rod here shortly. And little Zach and Mama Fishhead are just at home. But everybody is good, happy, healthy, which means I get to come out fishing by myself today. Team Tampa Bay. Nice. Yep, the old chatterbait. Not my favorite bait, but I'm in this challenge where I'm supposed to only fish with one lure and make a video about only the one lure. And I've got to get it edited and submitted here pretty soon. But I can tell you that chatterbait is not my favorite. Oh no, my GoPro is overheating. Okay, the GoPro is not in the sun and it's still overheated. So I guess this is going to be edited into parts of the long form, guys. So you're watching the behind the scenes footage right now. All right, it's meat stick time. I'm putting a piece of meat stick on one of the rods, guys. We're getting desperate out here. So we got this Jack Link's original wild meat stick, 5 grams of protein. I'm gonna eat it down until there's like that much left, and I'm gonna put that on the hook on the right rod. See if we can catch a fish on a super oily, greasy meat stick. We pretty much have a good chance for reds, speckled trout, and the usual like catfish, stingrays, maybe a shark. But if we catch a trout or a redfish, then we can have a catch and cook. Because I just don't feel like cooking any of those other ones. You think that'll work? Never tried it before. I don't know if you guys can tell, but basically like straight across over there, there's a big rainstorm. You can see the rain coming down from the clouds. We're just hoping that doesn't come straight to us. I don't see any rain anywhere else other than right over there. Ned rigging it. My luck and the way this video's been going, that tiny little storm is going to come straight here. John Streaker in the house. Yep, the old Ocklawackney Bay bridge right there. All right, 2 more bites and this will be ready for bait. I guess I'll try to like thread it onto the hook. So it's like that on the hook, and I'll leave the tip of the hook sticking out. All right, we're ready. Thomas Lewis. Appreciate all you guys for joining us. Super fun day, just hanging out at the bay. Catch some fish. We just may. I realized I was rhyming and couldn't stop it. All right, I'm bringing in the right rod. Probably doesn't have any chicken left on it. So we're going to try the meat stick on the next cast. No chicken. There's like all kinds of grease and fat and liquid coming out of that thing, so it should make a stinky mess once we cast it out there. Kind of like just thinking about all that I just ate too. We got the dreaded double loop here, guys. Oh, it came out. We're good. We are good. I just touched the water and it's like bath water out there. So warm. All right, we'll see if anything hits a meat stick. So warm, like bath water. The tide is incoming, Team Tampa Bay. There's a fish. Got my shrimp, but the fish bite's still on there. So I'm gonna put an extra piece of shrimp on, keep the same fish bite on there, cast back out to the same place. Maybe we can get them to come back and bite it again. I'm thinking maybe my decision to use the 4/0 hooks out here might have been a mistake. I did just get some taps on that shrimp. No hit. No catch. The hooks I'm using is what we usually use for catfish in freshwater. It's getting tapped again. So because of the size of the hooks, we're probably missing all the small fish that we normally catch. All the little catfish like this big. The weak fish that are like this big. I mean, I don't really want to catch those that much anyway, so I'm okay trying to catch just one or two big ones. But I know for you guys, not watching any fish get caught probably gets kind of old. But we can still hang out and have some fun. And that's part of the reason why I tell you guys thank you very often for joining us, supporting us. Curtis is in the house too. Appreciate you coming in. Gorgeous fishless day so far. All right, I'm going to take a couple more casts with the chatterbait. Something has to bite something here. You know there's like 40 different species of fish swimming around right out here. Something has to find it. If I don't manage to catch anything on the chatterbait video will have to go on. We're gonna have to go fishing again with the chatterbait. Probably when this one bait challenge is over, I'm gonna put this chatterbait away in a tackle box and I'm never gonna use it again. I just have like zero confidence in this bait. got to be little pinfish or catfish or something. Look, they're just chewing up that fish bites even. But the shrimp is gone, the fish bites is almost gone, but nothing's taking it down. So it's got to just be little fish tapping on this thing, stealing my bait, little thieves. But I think what I'll do is put one more piece of shrimp on here and cast it back out. Had to try one more cast. Shrimp. No taps on the meat stick yet. Shrimp. I know what you mean, Stuart. They use it for putting livers on for catfish too. Doesn't really help when you got like a bunch of little fish just eating at your bait. Plus with the fish bite on there, even if they do eat it off, I can still catch something on the fish bite. But I have basically given up hope today, guys. It's been over 2 hours and we have not caught a fish yet. That storm does look like it's heading directly towards us. So if I confirm that, I'm going to pack up and go. Given that we're not catching anything. But we'll give it a few more minutes and see what happens. Anybody who ocean fishes knows nothing can happen for a long time and then all of a sudden something amazing can happen. I've caught 6-foot sharks right here before. That storm is definitely coming this way, guys. Yeah. I don't know. Today the fish just aren't even around. They're not even doing anything today. I feel a cool breeze coming. When you're in Florida, if it gets dark and you feel a cool breeze all of a sudden, head to cover, because that means there's a storm coming. Yep. I think what I'm going to do is like the 3-minute countdown here, guys. The chatterbait video will have to continue. One night this week after I get off work, we'll go out and fish again with the chatterbait, and we'll probably do something else. I found a new lake that I want to try out. It looks really bassy and it's clear of weeds, which tells me there's probably carp in there. Appreciate it, Steven. I gave it an effort. At least I gave it an effort. I mean, we had a couple baits in the water for 2 hours. Different kinds of baits, too. I'm thinking the meat stick was probably kind of a waste of a try. Probably the chicken breast was a waste of a try. The shrimp were getting some taps, but nothing really big hit it. Stuart, we got a bunch of stuff we got to do tonight. The boys haven't been home. I haven't done like any cleaning or yard work or trash or anything. I'm gonna be in trouble if I don't do some stuff around the house tonight. My kayaks are still laying out in the driveway too. Tapping left rod. Oh. It's just little pinfish. Look at that. Fish bites. I showed you guys that a few minutes ago. It's all the way down to nothing now. Fish bite stays on really, really good. So for it to be coming off like that, that just tells me there's like fish tank size fish down there just tick, 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 just chewing on the bait. We have these really good bait fish called pinfish. If you're lucky enough to catch a pinfish, you can use it for bait, and it's great bait for trout. There's pinfish traps you can buy too. Like if I lived closer to here, I would just set a couple traps out, come back the next day, pull all my pinfish out, use them for bait. But we live like over an hour away from here. Dad, I can't even get sandworms around here. I have not found sandworms anywhere in this area. I think it's just a northern thing. Yeah, Dylan wasn't here to try to catch anything. He'll be with me on the next one though. We need Dylan to at least keep the action going while I'm getting skunked. The meat stick didn't even get touched. The meat stick still looks pristine, like the second I put it on the hook. So I'm feeling like we learned a lesson today about meat sticks for bait. I just caught the tree right above us, guys. It's been one of those days. All right, we got it back. Oh, and I caught the tree again. Ted's in the house. Oh yeah. Appreciate you joining us. We have not caught any fish on the chatterbait, shrimp, fish bites, liver soaked chicken, and out of desperation, a piece of a meat stick. So dude, a solid, epic skunking right there. Because I'm about to call it here. There's a big storm coming across the bay right now. I don't want to get stuck in it. It'll be here in just a little while longer. Yeah, just an experimental thing to try out for the chatterbait, because we've only caught 3 bass so far on the chatterbait. So I figured we'd take it out here today and just have some fun with it. Casted it around a little bit, got no bites. Put a gulp shrimp on it as a trailer. No bites. Yep, the tree fish. It only got us for a second. We're off. All right, since Ted came in, I'm gonna throw the chatterbait a few more times. Yeah, nothing on any of our baits, including shrimp. We always catch fish on shrimp here. But I'm gonna grab the chatterbait right now and just take a few more casts. See what happens. So here's what I'm doing with the chatterbait. I got a white and chartreuse gulp shrimp on there as the trailer. So a speckled sea trout, if there were any in here today, should bite this. They like flashy stuff. They like bright stuff. They love shrimp. Everything about this bait should be catching some sea trout right now. But I'm like cursed trying to make this one bait video. We've either gotten rained out, skunked, or caught one fish every attempt so far. So I'm probably gonna end up having to do some pretty creative. Why is my rod tangled? I'm gonna have to do some creative editing for this one, guys. Hate to say it, but sometimes it just has to be done. Okay, we're not tangled anymore. Oh, you mean like a real shrimp? Because I already got the gulp shrimp on there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I keep forgetting about this tree above us. Maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna take a couple casts. I'm trying to race against the storm that's coming from over that way. I just think the weather has them so turned off, or the tide's just not right, or something, guys, because like I said, we never get skunked when we come to the saltwater. At least catch some like nuisance fish or something. Some gaff top sail cats, or a stingray, or a little baby shark, or something. And so the official name of this live stream is How Not to Catch Fish. Appreciate all you guys for joining us. It's been fun even without the fish biting. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you again soon. My plan is multiple live streams over the next 7 days. We got to finish the chatterbait video. Dylan and I have another giant shiner for giant bass video that we're working on. That one's been a struggle, but we'll be around for sure. Watch for us popping up. I may schedule something, or I might just try to pop up. Depends on my work schedule and everything else. But thank you guys for all your support, for coming in, for hanging out with us on this beautifully hot fishless day. We'll see you in the next one.